Okay, good morning, everyone. Today is the 17th of July, 2022. And this morning we have our good friend from Lima, Peru, Claudia Vanini, benvenuto. And thank you, Maria Teresa, Marco Antonio, and Tania, and all the people who are connected in Facebook Live. As usual, let me share my screen so we can see what we are going to do today and the other days and the other Sundays, exactly. Okay, today is our 77th International English Online Meeting, believe it or not, 77. So we have been on air for about 2 years and a little bit more. So some moments to reflect as usual, Maria Teresa Serán. Could you please read Bill Gates' quote and express your opinion, please?
Sure. Technology is just a tool. In terms of getting the kids working together and motivating them, the teacher is most important. Actually, we've been facing a new way of teaching using technology. And I think teachers are the ones who have to handle all the elements that deal with organizing the different activities we have to go through in order to reach our objectives.
Yeah, thank you, Maria Teresa. The next one, Marco Antonio, could you please give us a hand?
Technology is best when it brings people together. Yes. Well, I understand that technology by itself is useless.
Yes.
The teacher or the people who use this technology are the ones who have to think about how to use it, but also individually is probably not the best way to take the best of technology. It has to, we have to think of how to use it to share our knowledge with others.
Just like Claudia Vanini is going to do today. And finally, Tania Impura, could you please read this quote and express what you think, Tania?
Sorry, my camera, it doesn't work.
No, don't worry.
What
don't
I
worry,
can
Tania.
share with you, okay. What I can share with you is I work at a public school,
Tania,
so students.
Tania, sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
Could you read this quote on my screen and express your opinion, please?
Okay. There was a time when people felt the internet was another world, but now people realize it's a tool that we use in this world. Tim Berners-Lee.
Okay, thank you so much, Tania. So, and the last one, it's for you, my dear Claudia. Your microphone, Claudia.
Sorry. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is the most adaptable to change. Charles Darwin.
Yeah. Any opinion, my dear Claudia?
Yes. This means that maybe in the last 2 years, especially in the last 2 years, we have had to change or to adapt ourselves to the changing times. No, we know yes. We are in a special context now.
Yes, that's true.
It is an emergency, health emergency. So we have been compelled to adapt ourselves to that, and maybe leave apart all that we had learned before to learn new things now.
Right.
No? Because otherwise we wouldn't continue working as teachers.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. You can watch all the more than 75 international meetings they are recording in our YouTube channel. And who is presenting soon? Well, next July 24th, we will have the first international roundtable where there will be 4 professors from Peru, and they will be talking about teaching and learning English in Peru, reality and challenges. Our good friends Arturo Phil, Johnny Cardenas, Ralph Grayson, and Julio Valladares. Then on Sunday, the 7th of August, we will have our friend from Costa Rica, Ivan Suazo. Then on Sunday, 29th of August, we'll have 4 friends from Bolivia, Beatriz Erazo, Maria Teresa Teran, who is present today, Jose Mendevil and Katia Teran. They will also be talking about the reality and changes of Bolivia. Then in September, on September 25th, we'll have Gladys Rodriguez, Mauricio Arango, Jose Lobo, and Ulises Cordova talking about the reality and challenges of teaching and learning English in Colombia. We will also have teachers from Costa Rica, from Guatemala, from Mexico, and Argentina, and other countries. So it will be a wonderful experience for all of us. And today, let me say a few words about Claudia Vanini. Claudia E.S. Vanini Benvenuto is a foreign languages teacher. She has a university degree in educational health by San Marcos National University. She has worked in different schools and universities. She's currently working at Pacifico University Language Center, San Martín de Porras University Language Center, and at Virgen de las Mercedes Language Center. She has also participated as a presenter in different workshops in Peru, Ecuador, Bolivia, and Chile. So thank you so much, Claudia Vanini, for this time that you are going to give us and for your expertise. So the screen is all yours, so you may start.
Okay, thank you, Jaime. Good morning, everyone. I hope you feel well today. I'm going to share something about this subject that is very important nowadays. Let me share the screen, please. Wait 1 second, please. Okay, let's see. Something that is very important nowadays, something that I was talking about, we were talking about before, technology and digital tools, and how to use them in the classroom, okay? Okay, can you see it? Yes, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. Let me make it bigger, okay. Okay. So, hi everyone, again. And the subject today is going to be digital tools in the classroom. Today is July 17th, 2022. All right. The first question is, why to use digital tools in our classroom? Please, I want you to write your ideas or your answers to these questions on the chat. I would like you to write your ideas.
Can we also speak, Claudia, instead of writing?
No problem, sure.
Thank you. So Marco,
Okay.
Maria Teresa, Tania, Silvana, Silvina, Luis Bermúdez, Jose. Well, the Jose is writing. It makes the learning process a lot more meaningful. Anybody else wants to speak or write?
Okay, save time, says Tanya. Aha. How come save time, Tanya?
I mean, when I think to classes, we spend more time explaining to the students the lessons because we sometimes need to I don't know, the management of the classroom is involved in the face-to-face class, but in virtual classes, we don't need to interrupt our classes to save silence, be quiet students, right? We continue our class without interruption, like I mentioned before. Yeah, for example, and we don't need to write on the board to the lesson, the activities, the exercises. Yes, we upload the lesson in WhatsApp, for example. I'm explaining for our students. This is in the
Mhm. Yes, thank you, nice. It contributes to save time, no? Okay, thank you. It says to share information that can be useful for students. Yes, Maria Teresa, that's true. Okay, maybe additional information, no?
Right.
Additional review, exercise for review, okay, or
That's true.
feedback.
Mhm.
Okay, can make your classes more interesting and motivating for our students. Definitely, yes. Especially with the, tell me,
Sorry, Claudia, Jose Pareja wants to say something. Go on, Jose.
Sorry.
Hi, Claudia. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Jose.
Yes, I believe that something else that is well, interesting about making use of digital tools is the fact that we can have a different way of interaction, right, with our students. Not only, well, in face-to-face environments in which, well, you will have a much faster interaction, well, but in the case of, well, when you use digital tools, for example, when you apply forums, you can give them a question like the one Miss Claudia is giving us right now, and you can reply later, no? And you can assess, for example, writing. So it gives us different ways of interacting with our students, I believe, and that's one of the most interesting things that we can not only apply in an online environment, but also when we're teaching face-to-face classes.
Thank you, dear Jose. Where are you from, Jose?
I'm from Lima, Peru.
Oh, welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jose. Yes, that's right. You can, in this case, for example, that I am asking you this question, you can answer immediately or you can answer later, no? In order to discuss your answers maybe in the next class, if it's an online class or even a face-to-face one, no? Or a blended one too. Okay. More motivating for our students. Yes, Silvina, because especially to the digital natives, no, that are almost experts, have more skills or more advanced skills in this part of technology than us. Okay, they feel highly motivated with activities, online activities or digital tools when we use them in the classroom. No, it doesn't mean that we're going to spend all the time in the classroom using digital tools, because as Jaime showed at the beginning of the workshop, no, the most important is the teacher. No, but it's a complement or an accessory for our classes, and a very useful and interesting one and motivating. So are more appealing to visual learners. Yes, no, especially when the presentations are really colorful and maybe with some pictures or images or so, no? Not only text and text and text, no? Yes, they are more technology wise than us or than we are. No? Because when we were studying, we didn't have all these tools to learn, so it was maybe harder for us to learn that, no? Very nice, thank you. Let's see some reasons that I prepared here, okay? Number one, and this is similar to the answers you have given. It's a strong motivation for your students, as I said, especially to digital natives, no? Because they have a high level of ability in the use of digital tools, okay? Can you give me some example, please, about this? How you could use this for motivation for your students? Can you give me some ideas?
Videos, for example.
Videos. Mhm. And we can use videos for different activities, right, Tanya?
Sure, yes.
Can you give me
I
an
used to
example?
use-
Oh, tell me, sorry.
One example for it's we are teaching with the lessons of the platform Aprendo en Casa. Okay, they have a lot of videos to explain the different topics. Yes, the different topics. So I use them. I go with my students to the virtual lab. Sorry, the lab, the English lab. Yeah, but there is no internet connection, but they can watch the videos in their laptops because it's I work on a jornada escolar completa school, HEC school. We have face-to-face classes and virtual classes, but without internet connection, really. Yes, but yeah, yes, the students have the chance to watch the videos in the computer lab. Yes, that's also okay. So they can listen to audios too. Yes, apart. So yes, it is a way to motivate to the student because they can watch characters in the videos in form of cartoons. So this is appealing for teenagers. I know, you know. Okay, that's all.
Okay, nice. So we can use videos, we can use audios, as you said. Thank you, Tanya. Let's go to the second one. It provides a good chance to practice collaborative learning. Okay, in this case, we can involve our students to work together, no, on face-to-face classes or on online, even on online classes, to work in groups with different interactive tools, as we're going to see later. Okay, to work together, to work in groups, to talk about their own experiences, their own knowledge, and to share information and get new information from the classmates, no? Can anybody give me an example of this? An activity that you have developed in your classes?
Can I participate, Miss?
Sure, Jose, of course,
Okay,
please.
there's an application that I discovered back in 2020 when I started working online, which is called Padlet. And this application, you're allowed to make comments, no? Just by giving your students a link, all of them can participate. How do I use it? For example, for intermediate and advanced classes, whenever I have a topic that maybe I show them a video, no? And then I say, for example, what do you think is the topic of today's lesson? Can you please write your ideas in the Padlet so I can project it and everybody's typing and everybody can see that online? It's like the classic go to the board and write one idea, no? But it's online. So that's wonderful because students have fun and they're using their smartphones. And in a certain way, we also concentrate on attention, right? Because normally when you're talking and talking and talking, the students start texting and you cannot control that because you can see my face right now, but maybe down here I am typing something in my tablet, you know? So it's wonderful because they will be engaged by using the device, and you will also see what they're writing, and everybody can share their ideas in a much faster way, I believe. So that's one way in which I use it.
Thank you, Jose. Yes, I like Padlet too. I'm very fond of Padlet too. We're going to make an activity today with that. Okay. And it's useful because it is a board, no? So you can, like a bulletin board, and you can give immediate feedback. That is the advantage of Padlet, no? Okay, very nice. We're going to work on Padlet now. Per deck too. Yes, it's useful. It's a little bit, it has been a little bit complicated for me, but it's useful too and very nice. Okay. As we were saying about Padlet, thank you, Jose. Number 3, it sometimes provides immediate feedback. As you said, Jose, you can discuss the answers, no, and make comments and give immediate feedback. No, I don't think so. I don't agree because of that and that and that. I agree with you because I also think that this is like this, like this, like this. No, can you give me, Jose, an example of what you have done using Padlet?
My microphone was crazy. Well, for example, I have to give a presentation at university this Monday, and I will use Padlet, for example, for the beginning of this task. No? This is about TDAH, which is the attention problem, the deficit of attention that some students have. So they will watch a video in which the students are talking to the teachers. No, teacher, please be patient with me. I think in a different way. Please, teacher, don't criticize me. My way of thinking is just different from yours. Please, teacher. So they're going to watch that, and then I will say, what do you think is the topic of today's, no? Or where do you think we should pay attention to this difference, no? And well, they will give their comments on the tablet, on the Padlet, and then I will show them the right answer. No, okay, yes, it's important to know about this because of this reason. No, I use it in those classes, for example, also when I teach advanced courses or intermediate or even methodology. No, it's a very useful because I ask students to read and then they can post their comments on the Padlet, and we can share. The most important thing is that we can share and we can see different points of view, and that motivates cooperative learning. So yeah, technology actually makes our life a lot easier in that sense, no? Because everything is not just listening to the teacher, but we can also find ways of interacting. And that's what I actually believe we can apply even in face-to-face classes, right? Or in blended programs, as you mentioned before.
Yes, thank you. And one advantage of Padlet is that it remains. Okay, so you finish your class and say, please continue with the work, writing on Padlet, and I'm going to check it. Or you have until, for example, no, I say to my students, you have until midnight to complete the Padlet, to write on the Padlet. So I will evaluate after midnight. Okay, so it remains. It doesn't disappear when you finish your classes. Good. We're going to work with Padlet now today. Okay. Number 4, it gives freedom to develop your students' creativity. Okay, who can give me an example of this or a comment about this? How do you develop or how do you help develop your students' creativity using technology? Who can give me an example or give me a comment about this?
May I?
Please. Sure.
Well, according to the different topics that we deal with in our classroom, sometimes I ask my students to associate them with things that they have around. Let's say, for example, places to visit. And they are supposed to show something that they are involved with, that they like, or they would like to share with the rest of the class. Let's say places to visit, could be churches or be maybe parks or places where to go. And they are very creative in showing different activities that they can be developed doing this specific task just as a visit, just showing different parts that are really interesting.
So in this case, they have to the opportunity to develop their own ideas, no, starting from a comment or an instruction you give to them, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Any other idea, please, for number 4? How else? Thank you, Maria. How else could you help develop your students' creativity using digital tools?
For example, can I say something?
Yes, of course.
I think that there is one platform. The name is Powtoon, if I'm not mistaken.
Powtoon.
And yes, Powtoon, which is the idea is that you can create comic strips. So, for example, you can tell the student instead of writing, for example, some sort of essay or composition, and you tell them, okay, why don't you describe your daily routine? Okay, and in this daily routine, you also have to tell us what is happening in every in each of the sections of the comic strip, right? So it gives them it sounds like something simple, but it's not, because they have to imagine, I mean, how they're going to put this character, because they are a character in the comic strip. They're going to describe their daily routine, and then they have to write what is happening, describe what is happening below each of the images. Okay, so it's not easy. It requires that they make decisions, that they decide, that they apply a hierarchy of organizing their idea, because the comic strip is really something short. It's only 4 or 5 images, no more than that. And then they have to use a character, an avatar image of themselves, which is the main character in this little story, which is their daily routine. And it helps them, I mean, to understand that there is a, you know, there is a sequence of events that they have to respect. And of course, they need to use the language in order to describe what is happening. That's one way of doing it.
Thank you so
Yes.
much, Luis in Ecuador.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, that's a good idea to use Powtoon. I have used it sometimes. It's sometimes a little difficult for me, but I'm learning how to. Okay, please, about these characteristics or reasons on why to use digital tools in the classroom. Anybody else that wants to participate with an idea or a comment before we go to the activities?
Yeah.
Tanya wants to say something.
Yeah, more than one time with my elementary national university students, I asked to them to make elaborate videos contextualizing the lessons, for example, talking about Piura, yes, or the different districts of Piura, with information about the landmarks, music, traditions, celebrations, and they need to be creative because the information is not at hand. Yes, they need to translate the information. Yes, they get in the internet to English, maybe, yes, or use the information to. I repeat, I contextualize what they study during my classes. Yes, so and I repeat, they need to be creative, as the before teacher mentioned. Yes, there are different groups, different versions of the same activity. Okay, so they organize. I love because they need to organize in this activity I asked today and during the pandemic, the lockdown, working with Zoom. So they are not, they weren't in face-to-face classes. Maybe then they didn't meet each other. So the organization was maybe by telephone, by Zoom too, a part of my classes, which were in Zoom too. Okay, so in general, the contextualizations of my English classes demand creativity of the students. Yes, talk about the districts of Piura is not information we study during the classes. No, maybe with other examples about other cities in USA, in England, but not of Piura. So they look for the information on the internet and organize to create a video talking about the traditions, landmarks, music, celebrations of Piura, on Piura. Yes, so that was I can share with you.
Yes, and you say you have said something that is very interesting. Sometimes we study culture about the USA or maybe England, depending on which kind of English we're studying, but it would be interesting, or it's interesting maybe to make a comparison in the cultural expressions of the countries we're studying on our books and our cultural expressions. No, for example, talking about food, typical food, talking about music, talking about dances. No, it's interesting. And then is where they show their creativity. No, when they make a comparison. No, giving an example, as I told you at the beginning, I'm a teacher of Italian too. And in our book, we have different information about cultural expressions, Italian cultural expressions. And sometimes we work on comparison between, for example, in food, typical foods in Italy, typical foods in Peru, and different music, typical music and songs. And it is interesting because they sometimes they are able to compare and find similarities and differences, no, between that. Nice comment, Tanya, and good idea, no, to develop in class, no. We learn, as you said, we learn about landmarks in the USA or different information about USA, but not from Piura, for example, and they live in Piura, so they need to know different things. They need to have different information. Yes, tell me, please. Okay, thank you. Now, let's go to, give me 1 second, please. I'm going to block this because it's going to turn. Okay, thank you. So, nice idea. Thank you for participating. Now we're going to go to the activities. Because we don't have a lot of time, no, we're going to have enough time to develop these 4 activities, okay? Good morning to people that have entered recently. Hello, Milva, Irma, Miss Maria Elba, good morning. Micaela, no, I said hello before to.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Jose, Luis, Marco, Marias, and Silvina and Tanya. No. Good morning to you. Okay, now that we have talked about the importance of digital tools, give an example of activities, etc. Let's practice, or let's develop some activities. I have prepared 4. Okay, one is going to be Jose with Padlet. Okay, so you're going to enjoy it. And the other 3 with different tools. Okay, so let's see. Please, I want your participation, okay? Here we have different digital tools. We have YouTube for the videos, as Tani mentioned, Padlet, as Jose mentioned. Good morning, Miss Maria Elba. It's an honor to have you here. Celebrity that we're going to use today, Genially for infographics, for example, or timelines. Word wall that we're going to use today. Kahoot, that is very famous. Everybody uses Kahoot, I think. Bitmoji to create our avatars. Edmodo, that is a platform, LMS platform, and Calameo to change, for example, a PowerPoint presentation into a magazine, no, or brochure. Okay, I have selected four activities. Okay, let's go to the first one. I hope you enjoy the activities. Okay, let's practice. Activity 1. It says, edit your book using Story Jumper. Do you know a Story Jumper? Yes? Yes, no, so. No? Okay.
I have never used it.
Okay.
Silvina. Silvina, where are you from, Silvina? Okay, nobody.
Okay, Silvina, thank you. Don't worry, Irma. Mine is too. Okay, let's see what we're going to do. I have an example of each activity. Now, the instruction says like this. Open the tool Story Jumper. Here is the page. Create your own stories using the features you can find there. Ask your students to collaborate on the edition of your book, and you can add voices to your book. And here I have an example. Let me share the example with you, okay? I have prepared something with sound. Okay, don't worry, Miss Maria Alba. You will see now, okay? So let me share this tool with you and show you so how it goes. Okay, let's see. This is the one. 1 second, my internet is really slow. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is my story, the story I created. Okay, you have the link on the slide. I'm going to show you again. Okay, so this is my presentation. Can you see it? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The name is Albert's Dream. Okay. Let's see what it's about. Here you can click and write the author's name. I can write my name if I want. Okay. I can change the color. It's on green, but now I don't want green anymore. I can use light blue. Okay, and it changes. Okay. Here you have the text, the props, the scenes, and all, even the voice. Okay. Let's start and let's go to the next page. Dedicated to, it says. Here you click on text and you can write text, okay? I can edit this. To my students, just enjoy the process, okay? Because sometimes some students want to get quick results when they are studying a foreign language, no? And they have to know that they need patience because nobody learns from one day to another, no? So just enjoy the process. Okay, I can add, for example, just enjoy the process. It's fun. Okay, and I edit. Okay, then in the next page, I start with my story. Okay, here is, Jaime, please, can you read the story? I'm telling here in these 2 pages.
This is Albert. He's a lawyer. He works from 9 to 5. He dreams of being a rock star. I wanna rock.
Okay.
Is married to Sophie, an opera singer. Oh, sole mio. Okay.
Okay, thanks a lot. In this case, it says, you can, how do I do this? I have here, I click on text and I add my text here. Then I use these props here. When it says props, I have many people. I selected Albert, for example, the boy with a suit and a briefcase. Okay. And now disappear. Okay. And since here I selected this one, okay, in these two first pictures. And I did something else. Here you have voice. So we can record our own voices. Okay, let me see. And you are going to tell me if you can hear, okay? I tried to do it. Sorry if the voices are not so good, especially the one that is singing, but sorry. Who is it? Okay, listen please.
This is Albert. He's a lawyer. He works from 9 to 5. He dreams of being a rock star. I wanna rock.
Could you hear?
Yes, we
Yes,
Very
could.
okay.
clear.
Okay, this is my voice. Let's see. Let's go to the next one.
He's married to Sophie, an opera singer. Oh sole, oh sole mio.
Okay, that's my voice. I'm so sorry. I don't sing well. Okay. In the next part, we have another scene. Listen, please.
One day, going to work, Albert meets a strange person. Oh, hi, how are you doing? Fine, 'cause I can make your dreams come true.
Okay. I only did until this point. Why? Because you can ask your students to collaborate on this and they can continue telling the story, okay? In this case, for example, you say collaborate. Jose, could you help me, please?
Right on. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to send the invitation and you're going to collaborate with that, okay? Let me see. Okay, let me know, please, if you received the invitation.
Yes, I have.
Thank you, Irma. Yes, Jose? Now, please continue here. Okay, you have Albert here. Okay, very good. Move it. Make it bigger, please, because it's a little short. Okay. And continue, try to continue, if possible, the conversation with the strange person. That is also in the props.
Yeah, yeah. How should I include the prompts? Because that's what.
Click on props.
Props? This one?
Props, and here he is in the first.
Oh no, yes, Albert is there, but how can I put the prompts? I mean, those written prompts that you added.
Ah,
Is that
okay.
text?
where it says, where is it? Yes, that.
Yeah. But how do you move the? Oh, I got it. Yay. Not very hard.
Yes, it's a
Okay.
little bit hard.
No, not. I mean, not very hard. I thought it was harder. Okay. Well, I'll just
Okay, add something.
maybe something like really. I want to be.
Something
wanna
that
be-
continues the story, like I want to be a rock star, or like this, no?
Yeah.
To
Okay.
him for a desire. For example, can I have a pizza? I don't know, because he says, fine, because I can make your dreams come true.
Yeah. That's what I
Add
was
him
talking
to a
about.
desire.
Okay.
You read my mind.
You want pizza? Okay.
Oh, really? I want pizza too. Okay. And then text. And then we go to this one. Hey, this is really cool, eh?
Yes,
Fine.
that's nice, because you can give, if you have a small amount of students, or like 6 or 7, you can give the story, each one day to continue.
Yeah, this definitely
Okay.
can give me a much better way of assessing writing, for example.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Jose.
Yeah, that looks cool.
So,
I did it.
as
Good.
yes, thank you. Let's move this toward Albert.
Sorry, Claudia. Max in Chiclayo, Peru has a question. Max Perez, go
Sorry.
on.
Tell me,
Hello,
Max.
good morning. Hi,
Good morning,
Claudia,
Max.
right? Are you
Yeah.
Claudia? Hi.
Hi, hello, Max.
Hi, hello. I've got a question. Is it possible that we can change the backgrounds of each of the slides? And
Yes,
if we
of
cannot
course.
find, yeah, that's perfect. But another question that comes from the original one is it possible that if we do not find the appropriate background for our slide, we can get from other websites in order to integrate here?
Yes. When it says
great.
here, add your photos.
Excellent. Do we need to have an account? Is it a paying account? Is it a free one?
It's free. I have an account. It's free. Of
Perfect.
course, most of these apps have 2 versions, the free ones and the paid ones. No, but I'm using the free one.
Okay. Anyway, I think the free one has got certain limitation, right? Like the open one, like every tool, like every
Yes,
app.
like every tool. Yes, Max. But you can
Thank you
change
so much.
whenever you want.
Claudita,
Okay.
I have to congratulate you because this is what I was looking for. Thank you so much.
Okay, I found it a few days ago and it was like a big discovery.
For sure, I
Okay.
understand your position.
Okay, so this is one you can use, and it's very fun. Tanya, if you teach at school, it will be useful and fun for you and your students.
I see. I will try it.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Jose, for helping me. And now let's go to another activity, okay?
May I interrupt with a question, Claudia?
Let me.
Yes. Thank you. First of all, I'm not very, digital generation. So everything that I've been doing so far is listening because I do want to learn. I have a question. When you were sharing the invitation, you needed the email address from whoever you want to participate. My question is, how many people could actually work or edit in this case, this Albert being a rock star, which
In
do
this
you have
case,
a limit or do you have?
I don't think so. I don't know certainly, but I invited 2 people.
Okay.
Okay, to edit. The other person that is my best friend was here, but she quit, I think, because she's traveling, so she couldn't stay. So I invited another one, in this case, Jose.
Okay.
No, but I invited 2 people.
So it can be you and two more. What I was thinking is this could be an individual project, like to assess the creativity, the level of writing, yes, for sure. But also it can be part of the interaction using a digital tool, asking for a group, like 3.
Yes, and what you can do is something that elementary teachers in Spanish practice in a very frequent way. No, on face-to-face classes, I saw that they wrote a story for kids. And for example, this week, Irma,
yes,
you are a girl, a little girl. You take the story to your house and you continue.
Okay.
Next week, Marco is going to take the story and continue what Irma wrote. The next week, Jaime is going to take the story to his house and continue it, and so forth. No, and that is why I was inspired by the elementary teachers in Spanish to do this.
Right.
Okay, and I found it, and I thought it was very useful for classes, so at every level.
No, fantastic. Actually, to work, one of the skills that I love to work with, which is writing and getting to, you know, higher level of Bloom's, considering the taxonomy. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'll go and be quiet because I'm learning from listening and seeing.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's go to the next activity. Jaime, do we have time yet, right?
We have 30 more minutes, 37 more minutes.
Okay. Okay, let's go to activity number 2, okay? So this is activity number 1. Activity number 2, an anecdote using Padlet. Jose, you're going to be happy here, okay?
Yeah.
It says, create a Padlet and share the link with your students. Ask them to write an anecdote related to a specific topic on the Padlet. They can add a picture. The students will publish their own anecdotes, so everybody will be able to read them. After reading the students' anecdotes, the teacher can give immediate feedback. And here we're going to work on an example. Please, I would like everybody's participation now, okay? So let's go to the Padlet. I'm going to copy the link on the chat. Okay, so what you are going to do is we all are teachers. So I want you to write a short anecdote about your work as teachers along the years, only one, okay? Even you, Jaime, I beg. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to send the link on the chat. Here it is. Here. Okay, so the link is this one. Can you see the link on the chat? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a Padlet. I wrote an example. How do we use it? In case you don't remember. You put the mouse on this plus sign on the bottom, and it's going to change into a pencil. You click on the pencil, and this screen is going to open. You write where it says asunto, an anecdote, you write, and in these 3 periods we have here, or 3 dots, better, you have here, you can open and look for a picture. For example, I say, I don't know, students. And you click on imágenes, and you are going to get a lot of pictures about students, no? Maybe, for example, you select this one, okay? And then you publish, right? If you need more text, you edit and you write my students and your names, and then update, okay? Here I wrote an anecdote. It says, on my first day giving an English class, I was so nervous that I couldn't find the eraser. So I had to erase the board using my right hand. After that, I touched my face, so it became red, black, and blue at the same time. No? So please, I'm going to give you 3 minutes or 4 to publish your anecdote, okay? Don't forget to write your name, please, at the end of the writing. If you need some help, just let me know, okay? Max, don't forget to write 2 or 3 lines enough, please, to share your anecdotes with us. Okay. Nice. 1 minute, please. Completely our way of teaching, because otherwise we would have remained off the game. Yes. We had to learn new things right away, immediately. We had only 1 month or so, right?
Indeed.
Yes, we only stopped, I think, 3 weeks or 1 month to try to learn the basic things about platforms, Zoom, Blackboard, or
And also to invest some money on our devices, no? Because at the time I just had an i3 laptop, very slow. Zoom kicked me out every 5 minutes. That was a nightmare. I couldn't teach with that. I had to buy another one, like once I could do it, no? And then well, learning about apps. So today's workshop is giving me a lot of insight. For example, that one, the previous one that you showed us, that one's really good. I mean, for writing, I already have some ideas in my head for my next writing. I mean,
Me
at
too.
least for the writing practice, that can give me a very good insight, you know, and also a different way of making students use technology in order to write. No? That's wonderful. Thank you, Claudia, for all that you're
No,
sharing
thank you.
today.
Say, I'm happy to see you're enjoying the workshop. When I got, I was successful with strange gestures and shouts while I was eating out with my partner. Everybody looked at me surprised. Nice, but when we are celebrating, everything is good, no? Okay. Thank you. What did you do, Max? Did you buy another perfume?
Actually, I was a little bit ashamed just going back and ask the girl for a refund of the total money, and yes, I let it go because I don't know, just I let it go. But actually, the only condition here is next time when I decide to buy something from anywhere, I need to check it twice because maybe I can get frustrated by the time I reach my house and I start using the product. So that will not happen to me again.
Yes, it takes
sure.
time to buy something good, no? Okay. Okay, so let's continue with the next activity. Okay. You can continue writing because the Padlet is going to remain here. It's not going to disappear. It's going to remain. So you can continue writing, okay? If you want. Okay, let's wait 1 more minute and then let's go to the next activity because I have 2 more for you. Okay. But this Padlet, as I told you, and as Jose told us too, is very interesting in order to give immediate feedback, no, to show everybody, to share information for everybody. Okay. So in this case, everybody is able to see what we are writing, no? Everybody is reading the anecdotes of the rest of your classmates. So this is how Padlet is useful for our classes. I use it a lot. Individual works, sorry, group work too. Okay. So thank you. So thank you for sharing your information. So who wrote this about my ECCE certification? Who wrote this, please?
That was mine.
Ah, okay, Tanya, you didn't write your name. Okay, thank you. All right, so let's continue with the next activity, okay? And if you are writing, continue writing, no problem, okay? You can do it. Let's see. The next is very similar to Kahoot, but it's not Kahoot, okay? Let's see. Activity number 3, review. Using sorority. You know sorority, don't you?
Never.
Never?
Really.
Okay, it's
New
similar
for
to
me.
Kahoot.
New for me.
Actually, no.
Okay, I didn't want to use Kahoot today because it's really famous, and everybody, I think almost everybody knows how to use it, right? So it says, create a test using Celebrity. You can select the number of questions and the number of choices for the answers. Share the link with your students and ask them to play it. Solve the test with them to comment the results and give feedback. And here you have an example. Let's go to the example. Okay. I have created a short test. In most of these apps, you can enter, or you can enter using your Google account or your Facebook account. If you don't want to open, okay, let's close the publicity. Okay, and here it is. It says grammar. Okay. Publicity. Okay. What happened? What happened to my game? Let's see. I don't know. Let me open it again, okay? Okay. There is a difference with, you have 4 minutes to play it. There is a difference with Kahoot. In this case, you cannot share the link with your students, okay? So you can give the link to your students and tell, please, this is a review about grammar, so you can do it in your classes. Remember, you have 3 or 4 minutes. You can create it choosing the number of questions, choosing the number of alternatives, okay? In this case, I created one for 5 minutes too. Auxiliaries for simple present. Let's review. Tell me, please. What is it?
Present simple.
Yes, which are?
Do
Which
or
are
does?
do or does. I click on that. Okay, which one is not a modal?
Did.
Did.
Did. Object pronouns, please.
Them, me, us.
Then, me, us.
I, me, mine.
Which one is an adjective? Very difficult.
Slowly.
Happy.
Happy. Yeah.
And the right question is, to finish,
Where were you last
Where
night?
were you last night?
where were you last night? Okay. So you have 5 points, okay? So you can create another one where it says crea tu juego. You can create another one. And here you have different choices, different types of game. No, I created one like test, okay? Name, number of questions, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the ones you prefer. Number of options, each question, 3, 4, until 4, no? You can use 2, 3, or 4, okay? This is very easy to create, and it's going to be like a review for your students, okay?
Claudia, one question. I'm sorry.
Tell me.
And you said that you can share the link with your students, or it's not possible?
No, you
I
can
mean,
share the link. The thing is that you cannot play at the same time with your students like
okay.
a hoop.
So that could be like a kind of mini quiz, for example.
Mini quiz.
I could use it for wrap-ups, right?
Or a review, yes.
Okay,
You
for
can
example, for when you close the I don't know, the lesson, and you want to wrap everything up, we can use this, right? Like
Yes.
Kind of review, as you said. Great, wonderful.
But it's not
Thank
like a
you.
competition.
No,
Okay?
that's wonderful.
Yeah,
But it's like a kind of quiz, and they can use their mobile phones, and they will. What I'm thinking about is this: no, they will not get distracted because they will use their mobile phones. They will be concentrated. No.
Yes, and they have time. No, they have time to answer to complete the test.
Right.
3 minutes, 4 minutes, 2 minutes, depending on you. Okay.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much, Miss. But I'm afraid I have to go because I have a private class. Yes. So thank you so much.
I have one more activity.
I learned a lot today. I love it. I enjoy it too. I enjoy it.
I have the funniest activity of all.
Yes. So very useful to my class.
Okay. So let's continue and let's go to the last activity we have. I think this activity is, or this app is known by you. Okay. Activity 4. Answer. Can you see my presentation? Yes? No? No?
Right now, no.
No?
Now
Nothing?
you're sharing.
We can.
Now is share. Yes, now we can see.
Okay, thank you. And to finish, activity 4. Answer the question using word. Number 1, create a presentation about any topic using word. Here is the page. You can select the modes, open the box, random wheels, etc. The students have to follow the instructions you give to them according to the content of the activity. And here you have an example. We have an example, and with this we're going to finish the presentation. Okay, thank you, Jaime, for the time, for giving me time, enough time for finishing this. Okay, it's okay. Let's see. Let's go to the presentation here. Okay, let's see. Here, for example, I have 3 activities, and I cannot in the free version, I cannot create more than 3. That is why I edit the ones I have. No, I have 2 in Italian, for example, here, and I have 1 in English that I created for this presentation. Okay. In this case, you can use a roulette here, as you can see. Okay, with questions, you have 2 answers. Or you can use the surprise boxes or any other different modes of playing. Okay, I'm going to use open the box. Okay, and I have 7 questions for you. And I need volunteers. Please raise your hands to answer some questions. Okay, Max, choose a number from 1 to 7, please.
6.
6.
I have been working as a teacher for about 18 years now.
Wow. Wonderful. Okay, thank you, Max. Jose, please, from 1 to 7 except 6.
Number, okay, number 1, I believe.
Number 1, okay.
Okay, what's the most important lesson you've learned along this year's teaching? The most important lesson? Well, the most important lesson probably is that we have to get to know our students. Because if we just go to the classroom with the idea that I have to do these pages because that's what the curriculum is stating, and that's it, I don't care if they are fine or not. We don't pay attention to the paralinguistic features that they show you, meaning that they understand or not. And you just go to teach, you know, there are people who just teach, and there are people who are attending meetings like this in order to learn new strategies to be able to provide students with meaningful experiences of learning. So I believe that's the most important thing. You need to know how people learn. You need to know your students. And in order to do that, you need to get better. No, we need to study. We need to investigate, just like you, most of the teachers here. And that's, I believe, the key to success. No, that's what makes a good teacher.
Yes, we are eternal students. Yes. Okay, thank you, Jose. Another volunteer, please, to answer a question. No more volunteers?
May I?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Irma, sure.
Oh. Sorry.
Choose
Okay.
a number, please.
I like number 2.
Number 2.
What do you remember the most from the first place you worked at?
As a teacher, of course.
As a teacher, well, it was a challenge. And one of the things that it was my lifesaver was the teacher's guide at that time. I was only 17, so I needed a teacher guide because I was never trained. I had only a training for 9 months back in those years. We're talking about decades back. So my lifesaver was the teacher's guide. That's what I do remember.
Okay, thank you, Irma. That I think that's everybody's lifesaver when we start, no? Okay, thank you, Irma. Very nice. Another volunteer, please.
May I?
Of course, Maria.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Which level do you like to teach the most and why? I like to teach elementary levels because in that way I can motivate students and I can give them all the hints that they need in order to learn the language.
Nice. Yes, because it's the base, no?
Yes.
Especially course number 1.
You're right.
In any language, course number 1 is the best. Okay, Thank you. Let's continue. We have 3 more questions. Any other volunteer, please, to answer? Okay, Silvina, which number?
Number 4.
Number 4.
Which other language would you like to teach someday? Oh, I would probably like to teach Spanish because it's what I know. But if I were fluent in it, I would love to teach French because I find it very interesting and I love the language. But I'm not fluent enough in order to teach it yet.
Mm-hmm. Nice. French is nice, but it's really complicated to learn it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, I gave up in basic 4. Okay, thank you, Sylvia. French.
I'm still trying. Thank you.
Okay, 2 more questions to finish, please. 2 more volunteers.
Me again?
Okay, Max, tell me.
Well, okay, I think the last one is, the last one, number 7.
Number 7, okay.
Wow, to become a teacher, what inspired me? Well, I have some teachers in my primary school who were really nice when they were in front of the class and leading the class. And actually, I think there was one teacher who inspired me the most, a geography teacher. But I never wanted to be a geography teacher, but an English teacher instead. For one reason, he was very patient to his student. He was very practical. He was very creative by bringing the different maps, and we have to work in front of the class. And actually, the way that he transmitted his knowledge was outstanding. I have to consider that he was my best teacher, and I wanted to be a teacher. And also, at the beginning, I loved the most checking exams, but I don't like to check exams because of the number of students I've gotten now. Believe me, at the beginning, yes, it was my passion to check. But now, no, I don't like checking exams.
Do you work at school, Max?
No, I work at a language institute and at university.
Okay. Yes, that is a part not so good, not to check exams.
Yeah, maybe, we can assess a student daily. It is much better to have a pile of exams that you have to check later. The time passes by and you need to deliver the class list with the marks of the student in order to let them go along the next level, or they have to repeat the level they were.
Yes. Yes, that is the not so good part, not so pretty part. But, okay, thank you. And the last volunteer, thank you, Max. The last volunteer, please, to answer the last question. Marco. Okay, Marco, let's see.
What did you do with the first money you received as a teacher? Sorry, I don't remember.
Don't remember?
Probably I bought something I liked. I really don't remember, sorry.
Okay, don't worry, it's okay. I remember the first money I received as a teacher, I bought some shoes, formal shoes, because before that, before teaching, I wore outfits similar to the hippies one. So I had to buy formal shoes with the first money I received as a teacher. Okay, thank you. Let's see.
Thank you. Thank you. Wait.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. First of all, Jaime, thanks a lot for your invitation, for considering me to give a workshop. I feel really honored to having done this. Really. Thank you to all the people that came here today, that use part of their Sunday morning to accompany me in this workshop. Thank you, Miss Maria Elba. It was nice to see you here. Thank you, Jose. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you, Irma, Marco, Edward, Milva, Maria, Max, Silvina, Tania that had to leave, and Angela that was, I think, 10 minutes with me, as always, but she had to leave, sorry, because she was traveling. Okay, if you think I can help you anyway in this kind of tools or another ones, here is my email. Okay, and if you want this presentation, I can send it to you by email. Okay, so thanks a lot to everybody. Have a nice Sunday and a better week. Okay, thank you, Jaime.
Thank you very much, Claudia. No, thank you. Please, could you please stop Claudia Vanini at yahoo.com? Very easy.
Claudia Vani.
Sorry, Claudia Van. Sorry,
Vani.
thank you. Vani at that. Stop sharing your.
Sure. Okay.
Our final. Thank you so much. Okay, before our final messages, July the 24th, we will start with the first roundtable of professors and teachers from different countries. The first group will be the Peruvian team. We'll have Arturo Phil from the Camelot Language Center, Johnny Cárdenas from Universidad Mayor de San Marcos, Ralph Grayson from Education Service Manager British Council, and Julio Valladares from Universidad de Piura. Okay, so I don't know if somebody wants to say something to our guest speaker this morning. Personally, as Irma Guzman, I was not born in digital. Feel afraid, feel in panic. I feel quiet, and else I don't know anything about it. Max, he was in this era, so he loves it.
Yeah, I have to admit, Mr.
Irma,
Jaimito,
something to say to Claudia.
Yeah, well, Max
go on, Max.
Yeah, Max was saying something.
Yeah,
go
on.
Sorry. Well, thank you so much, Jaimito. You know, I was browsing, I was checking my Facebook as I regularly do, and I saw your post. You know, I have to log in immediately because I knew that every time that you have these presentations with some teachers you invite, you know, we get a lot of information and we trained a lot, you know, to be better teachers. Thank you so much. I have to thank a lot Claudia because she shared many tools that she found, you know, and she is using. And actually, some of them I didn't even know about their existence. Now I think I will use them and to put into practice in my classroom, and I feel my student will feel comfortable about using them because they are not difficult to handle. They are not difficult. They are kind of easy to go along the class and to insert any particular topic to make the class smoothly and funnily at the same time.
Thank you, dear Max. Guzman?
Yes, I would like to comment from two ways. First, as a teacher, what I'm taking from this workshop, and thank you, Claudia, for doing it, it's a story jumper, so Reverity and Warwol. I'm gonna try them in my classes, and I'm not gonna be able to try them all. I'm sorry, I know you presented a longer list, but these three, I think it will be my best immersion for a digital world. And as a human being, not being a digital native, but coming from the era from digital immigrant. I'm really grateful, Claudia, for your respect, for the pace of the workshop, and for letting us participate in our own pace for this kind, for me, as a human being again, as an immersion to this fantastic, amazing digital world that you have presented. Thank you and congratulations for your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Dear. Somebody else, Jose Pajare.
Hello, Claudita. Thank you very much for this wonderful presentation. At the moment, I am doing an investigation piece of work, and this has given me a really good insight on how to develop my session. No, because nowadays, as the teacher mentioned, there are a lot of digital natives, and it's quite hard to deal with them when you are, as I mentioned in my comment before, computer illiterate. No, I consider myself still a computer illiterate because there are a lot of things that teachers nowadays use in online environments. And in today's presentation, I have been able to see how to apply new techniques, and I will definitely put them all into practice because they all serve for different purposes. You know, I have one for speaking, another for writing, for assessing, for evaluating, and also for wrapping up my sessions. Thank you very much, Claudia. I hope I can continue coming to these sessions. If there will be more, please let me know because I'm interested in keep on attending. I'm keeping on
Please,
attending.
Jose,
right?
so that we are having
Oops. I can hear.
Yeah, it's interconnected.
Yeah, contact me and then
It's
all
not,
the
internet is
sessions.
failing.
Somebody else wants something?
My internet is fading or your internet is fading. So before
It's
lose the
a little bit,
connection,
yeah,
thank you
my
all.
internet. Yeah,
Blessings.
it's my
I
internet, I
think it's
guess.
your
Claudia,
internet. I think so.
yes, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So Claudia
Okay,
Vanini,
now
your
it's okay.
final words in your presentation today.
Okay, I want to thank everybody one more time. I really had a good time sharing these activities with you because I found them very useful, and I had to choose because I have 8 or more, but I knew I didn't have so much time. I had to select only 4, and I am happy you enjoyed them. Thanks for participating. Okay, you were really nice on participating and dedicating time to attend, especially on Sunday morning that we sometimes it's a little bit difficult, but you are here. Thanks a lot, and I hope to see you in any other workshop. Okay, and Miss Maria Alba, see you next year in Bolivia. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. I'm not sure that it will be face to face or by internet, depend of our pandemic. It depends of it. But I will be very happy to see all of you next year in January.
Okay.
Thank you, Claudita. I love what you explain. I love all these activities. I am not very good using the internet, but I will try because I love some of them to use with my students. Thank you very much. And I want to share with all of us that I have listened a webinar where a teacher said that they use TikTok, and there a lot of exercise to use in our class. I don't find that, but he said that in TikTok you can find dialogues, we can find short stories or long stories, music, games, everything. So maybe it will be fine with all of you that use the internet. Claudita, again, thank you very much. And if God permitted, we will see next year in January.
Yes, sure. Okay, what happened to Jaime?
I think that his internet was failing. Maybe he is fixing it.
Okay, so one more time, thank you. Thanks, everybody. If you consider I can help you in any way with more activities with different tools, you can, bye, Jose, thank you. You can contact me in my email, okay? If you want this presentation too, you can write to me, okay? Thanks a lot,
Thank you.
blessings for you, and thank you.
Bye-bye, Claudita.
Bye,
Bye,
Miss
everybody.
Manuel.
Thank you very
Bye,
much.
Marco.
Goodbye.
Bye.
It's time
Thank
to
you.
prepare the lunch.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Milva. Thank you, Silvina.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, Marco. Okay. Bye. Bye, Miss. See you.
Bye, Claudita.